Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Christina and this is Creations by Christy, and welcome back to another part of the Mystery Make series. This series where we let the spinning wheel pick which one of my crochet or sewing Pinterest pins we're gonna make this week. And I can't believe we're in like the mid-20s now. It's crazy to even think about. So many projects already. If you haven't had a chance, I would love it if you go through the playlist and just check them out. They're so much fun and it's a variety of things. But with that being said, how are you? I hope you are doing good this week. And let's go ahead and let's see what we'll be making. All right, one of MJ's patterns, I have made a sweater of hers actually, and I tend to really enjoy her pattern. She's very descriptive. She tends to go into detail for special stitches and things like that, and she also posts YouTube tutorials too. So a little basket, okay, and we are finally getting into the fall board, and I'm totally ready for fall and for this time of year. I love summer. I'm over summer. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for spook. I'm ready for blankets and hot drinks and just curling up and just enjoying time. So with that being said, let's get turned around and let's get some colors picked out. These baskets are supposed to be a fall basket, right? So that's why it was in my fall Pinterest area. So let's go ahead. I think we're going to keep with the theme. Do a little fall colors. So the pattern does ask for a bulky yarn. So it's a 5 weight. As if you've been here for a while, you know I don't do bulky yarns. I tend to run in a 4 weight acrylic. I've always been a budget, okay? A budget baddie. So let's go ahead. We will just double strand. That's going to be the easiest way to have a bulkier yarn when using like a 4 weight in place of a 5 or a 6. We need 3 colors. Let's look in the bins first. And don't know. So to double strand, I do want to try to double strand the same color, so not like these two held together or something like that, which means that when I'm working off of it, I have to be able to pull from the center and the outside, which can be hard, or I need to have multiple balls of that color, which can get iffy when we're in the bins. But this is my like reds and things like that. So let's poke around in here first. So here's a good, a good burnt orange. This is a burnt orange too, but this is, okay, hey, so this thing, so they are this almost the same color, except this one has a good sheen to it. Those would look cute together. It would bring a little bit of sheen to, there we go. We're going to do those. So if we're going to do those, oh, that's a pretty color. That like really dark, like rusty color. Okay, okay. I like it. I like it. Then what about, so these are both pretty dark in the sense of, you know, here, let me get my camera back. These are both pretty dark, so a tan or a cream, so this thin. And you want it, so I'm okay using this one, you know, that's going to have a little more of a slick texture to it, because I'm pairing it with this just baseline acrylic. This is probably like a Red Heart Super Saver. Since we're making a basket, we don't want to solely use like slick yarn. So like that's this, as you can see the sheen on it. It's just not going to hold it. It's just not going to hold as well as a just like a baseline acrylic. Okay, so I have this one. Do I have another one close enough to that one? And there we go. Those two are close enough. They're not perfect. And this one's actually fairly thick. There we go. All right, give me a sec and I'll get them together for us. There it is. There is our color palette for this basket. I think we're going to start with the small one and then just go up from there. In the pattern, it's written for the small basket, and then in the parentheses, it has the medium and the large basket. So we're going to start with the small and go from there and see if we want to make the bigger ones. I love it. It's very much giving fall. Let's get to making it. All right, so it helps when you read the pattern. I just had to frog out 2 rows because I didn't read the pattern. I thought it was getting a little big for being the small basket. And it was, because I was just adding rows like I was making the large. So I had to frog the white back out. And if you could tell, so there was a couple things that I've done and noticed with this. So my first mistake was, if you couldn't tell, the like burnt red, you know, dark rusties. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's shiny. And I told you while I was picking yarn that if I was going to use a shiny, I needed to match it with another one just for structure. Did I do that with this? No, I didn't even take my own advice. So it's a little floppy. Now, this isn't a solid bottomed basket. So like even in the pictures for her pattern, like she shows the baskets like folded and laid over. So it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna work for what I want. The other thing is if you didn't see the white, so I was double stranding the white, but clearly this white is probably a 5. After putting it next to a 4 weight, it's very much a 5. I don't think it's as big as a 6. A 6 is kind of a super bulky, but at least a 5. So I am not doubling it. I am just running it by itself and going about it that way. And I think it's going to turn out just fine. So now that I've fixed my mistake and gone back and done all that, we're going into the clusters, since this is the small basket. So there's only, I think, 4 rows of clusters, and then it's the top of the basket. Should be pretty quick, so let's get going on those. I love the colors. This cream is coming off a little more yellow than it is like in real life, but it is just a true like off-whitey cream color. This is a small, and I love it. I think I'm going to make the whole set. She has up to 4 sizes in the pattern, and it's adorable. It took me less than an hour. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. The only stitches you need to know was, you know, a cluster and a single crochet in a double. And also, like, there is a special stitch that she calls for on the top row. It's a reverse single crochet. She does go over how to do it in the pattern. I just went ahead and did a traditional single crochet. It still turned out just as well. So, I mean, if you know a reverse single crochet, or if you want to just try it out, like I said, she goes over how to do it in the pattern. I just stuck with a traditional, and I think it turned out just fine. Another crochet project off my Pinterest board. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It'll help keep this content coming your way, and also help get me out to other people who might enjoy it as well. And then, as always, feel free to comment down below. Let me know if there's anything other than the Mystery Makes series you'd like to see. I do have some plans for a few things coming up. I'm just trying to get them in the works. And I will, of course, put the pattern in the description down below. Check it out. Like I said, it does have up to like 4 sizes of the basket, and they're very easy patterns. And she also, I think, has YouTube tutorials as well to help with it. So, as always, thank you so much for making it this far, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.